in Australia, you're probably still fast asleep. But if you are up, a very good morning to you. So, welcome to Cafe Clairvoyance. This is the Friday Spiritual Show. Looking forward to you guys. I've got a fabulous guest on this evening. I think you're going to absolutely love her. And you're also going to love the way I try to pronounce her name. So, you're probably going to find out all too. In fact, you guys have got a couple of minutes to try and work out how to pronounce this, okay? So because she's going to politely correct you as I've been politely corrected about loads of times here trying to do this. So there we go. But in the meantime, let's start off the show with a bit of this, and we'll be back on in just a minute. Hello, good evening to you guys out there, and it's a very warm welcome. It's Friday the 12th of March. Already we're just going through a quarter of the way through the year, and tonight I've got a fabulous guest for you guys, and I'm sure you're going to find it exciting as science meets spirituality, and we talk about bodies. Yes, bodies. This is going to be fun, I'm sure. We'd just like to say hello to Demetrius. Very good evening to you, and hello everyone, he says, and hello back to you. Also, Sonia would like to say Okinam, yes, Sonia would like to say hello. Happy to hear. Watch my friend Midia. A reading, please. Pink, love reading. Oh, okay. We also have Karen coming on, and we also have loads of you guys coming on. So a very, very good evening to you. Now, okay, so how do I introduce my next guest here tonight? Well, this is going to be a fabulous show, and I think you're all absolutely going to be so intrigued, so interested. You're probably going to say, please get this lady back on. Bastian, good evening, and hi, Midia. Yes, we also have Gabriella. We have Elfie. Elfie, what a great name. I love that name. Is it? No, Effie. Effie, beg your pardon. And Koku Mafifi. That sounds good. Yeah, we go along with that. Now, the best way to introduce my next guest, I think, is to do a little bit of this, and then we'll bring her on. How's that? Ready? This all sounds intriguing, doesn't it? And I think I better go and find Midia and find out where she is. I'm just going to see. In fact, she's so fit, you know. She does a lot of this. There she goes. She's off running down there. And any minute, guys, you're going to hear the doorbell go. Ah, there's Midia. Let's bring her onto the show. Good evening, Midia. How are you?
Good evening. I'm really good. Good evening to everyone.
Oh, good evening. Now, I'm going to have a go at this because I know you corrected me a few times how I'm supposed to say this, but I'm going to give this a go.
Okay?
Okay, we're going to have this go. Now, it's lovely to see so many people who join us and loads of supporters of Midia, and we just like to say to all the supporters of Midia, this is for you guys. Thank you for coming on, guys. Now, good evening. Welcome to my very special guest. This is Midia Hadjixenofontos.
Almost there.
Okay.
Almost there.
Okay.
Pretty good try.
How do you pronounce it? How do you pronounce it there?
It's Midia Hadjixenofontos.
That's it. That's right. That's right. That's the right way to do it. That's it. Brilliant.
You almost said it.
Yes, I almost had it. It's hilarious. Okay, who we got coming on tonight? We got Kamina. Hey, how are you? We got Effie. We got Ellen. We've got Ellie. Very good evening. We've got Ashley. Ashley Hardy. Hello, Ashley. It sounds very English. And we also got Bastian, and we got Stefanos, legend. I think there is Stefanos the legend, or is he calling you a legend?
Oh, he's a legend as well, but I think...
Okay, you're both legends. So we both agree that here we're both legends. Okay, that sounds good. And we've also got Caitlin coming through from San Diego, California. Very good evening to you. Hope you're well. And Sonia's giving up loads of hearts, loads of chats. And Venetia's here. And okay, this is going to be interesting. I've got to try and pronounce this lovely lady's name. And Panayota, is that right?
Panayota.
Panayota. There you go, Panayota. Panayota, very good evening to you. Very good evening to you from Cyprus. And that just gave it away a little bit because tell us a little bit about Midia. Tell us a bit about you, where you're from.
I'm from Cyprus, born and raised here.
Okay.
I studied sports science and then went on to a fine arts degree.
Okay.
And somewhere in the middle of that and a bit after, I became involved in spirituality.
Okay.
Yes. It found me rather than me finding it. And it was quite interesting, actually, how it came into my life. It was after an injury I had, a pretty serious one that I didn't really take too seriously in mind what the doctors were saying.
Okay.
Instead of having the surgeries suggested, I went on and worked with a chiropractor here, both physically and energetically, and we made my body better than it was before. So everything is possible.
Now, okay, so just let you know, guys, here. So Midia's had an accident or injury, and was this on your back by any chance?
Yeah, it was on my spine.
On your spine. Wow. Oh, there's a very sensitive area. We've got to be a bit careful of those, haven't we?
Yeah, we need to be really careful.
Yes. Okay. So it's great. Great that you've recovered. So obviously we are very careful this evening that we don't step on the boundaries to do with medical science, but we're also here to talk about the spiritual side and the energetic side of health, and also to talk about bodies. Now, this is going to be so interesting to talk about bodies because so when we talk about bodies, what does this mean? Tell us a little bit about this.
The way I understand the body is that it's like this temple that our soul, our spirit has chosen, very carefully chosen to inhabit during its earthly experience. And the way we move it, the way we talk about it, the way we think affects it, and yeah, vice versa.
Okay, fantastic. Now that's great because I also work in hypnosis and very much about how we get into the mind. For example here, and you probably will agree, is that if we've had a shock or trauma in our lives and it affects us mentally or psychologically, if we don't deal with it and resolve it, then often it goes into the body and comes out as and the body locks like it's frozen in time. Do you work with a lot of people like this?
Yes, I have worked with, I wouldn't say a lot of people, but I have worked with people in this way. And it's the trauma doesn't really have to be something big. Like it's not just the soldiers coming from war. I'm having clients who are experiencing PTSD from what's going on right now in the world with this COVID pandemic.
Yes, absolutely. But your positivity looks more infectious than COVID.
Thank you.
It does.
I don't feel much affected by it, to be honest.
No, you've got a great smile, a great energy about you. And I think that it's great to have you on the show to talk about this. And I'm sure it'll be fabulous. Yes, the producer is saying, Deborah, who's producing the show, she's the one who's just put a notes up here. Please follow our Cafe Clairvoyance page. And also, if you'd like to, if you're interested in anything spiritual, please join our Cafe Clairvoyance group. It'd be lovely to welcome you in and meet the wonderful team in there who do a lot of talking. They do a lot of talking. They really do it. In fact, sometimes you even hear this sort of stuff going on there. Yeah. This is the Cafe Clairvoyance group talk. All right, guys. Yes. Thank you very much. That's them talking. So good. Yes. So, talking about and how we can help ourselves here. So guys out there, have you got any aches and pains in your body? Okay, we don't need to be too personal, I'm sure, but you've got any aches and pains in your body, and maybe you're doing something about this at the moment. But what we're looking at here is scientifically and spiritually, if I get this right with you, Midia, is what this means, or how we can read the energy with this. Is this right? Am I saying this right in your style here?
Yes, that's exactly what's happening. It's like what you said before. If we don't pay enough attention to the trauma that's in our head, mainly, it it sort of translates into the body, and then the body is becoming dense, tense, and blocked. Actually, the energy is not moving as it's supposed to be moving, and then we experience the various pains in different
Okay.
places. Yeah,
Okay.
and each. Sorry,
No,
continue.
no, no. Carry on. This is so interesting.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, and each pain is can be explained in different ways depending how often if it's occurring, if it's a recurrent pain, if it's mild, if it's sharp, when it's coming on. Like I have clients who get specific pains when they think a specific thing. Like I can't talk for any client by name, but I have a client who gets um, tendonitis in their hand whenever they don't believe enough in themselves that they can't reach for what they want.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. That is
And
interesting.
then it's very interesting, actually. Yes.
It is interesting because I was working with a client not so quite a while ago, and they had specific anger emotion, and they also got a pain in their rib when they got the angry emotion, and so we worked it out in the end. Worked out in the end that the angry emotion was attached to the mother-in-law. Every time he thought about the mother-in-law, the pain came on because he didn't like the mother-in-law at all. She was a bit of a wild one. So you've got the pain in his rib, like, oh God, this is a leaning forward and feeling this pain here. Then he get this anxiety, but he didn't associate the two. So that's
Yeah.
quite
I'm thinking about also feelings of betrayal, maybe from the
wow.
mother-in-law. Yeah.
Yes, could be. Yes, could be. And it's interesting when we talk about emotions like this and the key emotions in our life, like rejection, for example,
Yeah.
or
Rejection, sadness,
yes,
fear.
fear, yes,
Yeah. Fear is a big one.
and where fear triggers in the body and what it means. This is so interesting. Okay, Venetia Carlton, she says here spine, hip, and fused vertebrae in the top of neck from birth. Okay,
Wow, from birth.
from birth. So that's quite an interesting one.
Yeah, it is very interesting because scientifically this is not proven yet. I'm gonna put yet in there because I'm sure it will very soon, as lots of stuff have been proved. But such injuries
Yes,
that we bring with us from birth
yes,
usually have to do either with something we have experienced within our mother's womb,
yeah.
or even from past life issues that
Okay,
have remained unresolved and we need to work on in this during this lifetime. Yeah.
that is interesting, isn't it? The spine, hip, fused vertebrae, top of the neck from birth. Now, if that's interesting, if someone from birth, it could well be as Venetia. Would you understand here? Maybe something associated to mother. If it's not mother, then maybe there's association to a previous life. And I agree with that. I agree with that because I've worked with, especially going to past life regression with people, and they have certain fears they cannot resolve in this particular life now. But the fear isn't associated to this life; it's from a previous one.
Yeah.
I think that's some of the stuff there, which is amazing. Okay, we've right. What else there? Carmina says I can relate to all that. So, working with people's energy on where their health blockages and where blockages are, for instance, what would it mean if there was anything about perhaps to do with a knee, with a pain in the knees? What would you say to that? Do you perhaps?
Okay. Knee pains are very interesting. Let me start with that, because
Okay,
the knee is a fundamental joint that gets us moving forward. But knees are also associated with the heart chakra. So
okay,
it's got to do with issues about fears, maybe, of moving forward, of taking the next step, and also having to do with like what's really close to us, intimate life, a love partner, maybe taking the next step with them, or even a family member that's close to us, and we are afraid of maybe stepping out of their life, detaching from that, because it can mean
Okay.
different
Okay.
things having
That
to do
that
with movement and a fear within the heart.
Okay, that is interesting. Is so sometimes there's a fear about either, and that is interesting, guys. You get knee issues out there, guys. Let's talk about knee issues. So, do you get these areas where you feel perhaps that there's been a knee injury or something like this, or maybe there's another bone area or a joint area which gives you a little bit of discomfort? Because I have this back in 2007 was my femoral nerve in my spine, and the pain I was in my spine was unbelievable. I mean, I couldn't believe that on my leg going down to my right knee. That was a big problem at that particular time. So when the sciatica or the femoral nerve goes, what indications do they mean? I'd be interested to know what that would do, what that
It
relates to.
depends what the trigger is. You need to go deep into when did it happen for the first time, for example, because when it's something related to our nervous system, obviously it's our nervous system is like connecting the entire body, so we need to be a bit more specific with it and try to see when did it start and when is it becoming more sharp, to be able to understand the underlying causes of the pain.
I
Yeah.
remember I was at work at that particular time, and is a odd feeling. But what I got is this feeling in my right knee. My right knee was loose. I think I don't know what this is, and then about a couple of weeks later, that's it. I was lifting stuff at work, and then twang, my back went, and that was it. I was out for the count regarding work for about 2 months until the femoral nerve sorted itself down. It was quite painful there.
Was it a job you didn't necessarily enjoy and you wanted to
Yeah,
get
I
your
did. I was actually in a prison service. I quite enjoyed it.
yeah, because
Yes, I'm.
sometimes our spirit, our subconscious, let's say that deep inside we know what we want to be doing in life, but there is a
Yes,
fear associated with getting out of a situation we don't like, taking the risk. The imbalance of the knee is associated with that, with the feeling of not being sure and not feeling safe whether the next step is going to be stable for you and have balance.
yes. I
So
could relate to
yeah,
that actually, because
yeah.
other areas that
But
were
you
going
see,
on in my life at the time. Yes.
your body did exactly what you needed to take some time off, and I bet that after those few weeks, you decided to get away from the job.
Actually, you're quite right. Yes, 2 years later, I was gone. Yeah, you're getting quite good at this, young Midia. You're
Thank
getting.
you, thank you.
So, neck things and things like this. If people get issues with the neck, what would that indicate spiritually?
The neck is related to, it depends where on the neck it is. It could be related to throat chakra, so our
Okay.
expression, but also the ability uh, to listen, because the throat chakra is not just about speaking, it's also about listening. And neck pains might also have to do with, like, if it's restricting your the movement in your head, it might mean that there's something you're avoiding seeing, and your body is actually expressing that. It's not letting you
Ah,
see
it's not
clear
letting you
left,
see
something
it.
that's, yeah.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That's interesting. That's interesting. Wow. That is quite interesting there. Guys, have you got any questions there you would like to ask about health? Gabriella, you just put a question there about previous lives. We'd rather talk about this life. For this life. We can, from this life, we could talk about previous lives. But if you got a question about this life, we could do that. Yes, definitely. Right. Okay. Right. Let's go and do a little bit of this in just a second. Just going to do something in a second. But guys, if you've got any questions about health, we're going to relate a lot. And I think, Midia, as we do the readings here, I think you're going to tune in a little bit to see what aches and pains are in bodies, working that spiritual side. That'd
Yeah.
be fantastic. Before we do that, though, let's have a little bit of a look at this. Tell us a little bit about this, if you could. I'm just going to shrink this down a little bit. So what were you writing here? Because it's in Cypriot. Now, are you Okay, excuse the insult here. I'm probably going to get told off here big time by you and others. That so, are you Greek Cypriot or Turkish Cypriot?
I'm Greek Cypriot.
Okay, am I allowed to, I'm not treading on toes here, am I? I'm just you're Greek
No,
Cypriot.
it's
Okay,
fine. It's
because I
fine.
know there is quite a difference between the two. Okay, so what's this you're writing about here?
This one actually is a it's a political article. It's not so related to the body and the spirit.
Okay,
Yeah, it's commenting about some recent events that took place here, as well as in Tokyo. I
okay,
don't know if you remember that the president of the Olympic committee over there made um, some comments about the women in the board,
okay,
and uh, I was surprised to see that the local news didn't mention it at all. I personally read about it in the New York Times, and at the same time, and that's the really amazing thing about the collective. At the same time, this was happening in Tokyo. Something similar was happening here in Cyprus as well. So I was commenting on that.
okay,
Yeah, about
okay, okay.
it's it's an article about women empowerment, put quite sarcastically. Yeah, commented.
Okay, because well, we are coming into that now, aren't we? Where we're becoming everything's becoming a bit more feminine in the spiritual world, and I think we're seeing the world become more. Well, probably it takes a little while, but I think we see it become a bit more caring from a spiritual point of view. Now this is interesting. This is interesting. Let's go to Deanne. Deanne was talking about here. Says I have sciatica from time to time, but recently overall muscle pain. Any thoughts?
Overall muscle pain. Let me just tune in a bit.
Okay.
Okay, I feel like it's starting in the shoulder blade area. So maybe if you're feeling like you're carrying a lot of weight that's not yours at the moment, that's causing your whole body to react. Does it
Okay.
make sense, Jan?
Okay, it will probably take her a couple of minutes to react because
Yeah.
she's in New York. She's writing
All
back, but
right.
she'll probably go, yes, you'll probably see it in a minute. So I'll just have a look and see what she does. That's brilliant. It starts in the shoulders.
Yeah,
Shoulders.
I feel that it's
Okay.
starting in the shoulder blades, not on top, a bit further down, and from the I can feel a big weight that's not hers, and then that's affecting the the muscles of your body. And where I feel it, it's like if you were lifting weights physically, it would affect your sciatica.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So that's so. And when you get things on your back, does that relate a lot to? You say here it's not yours; it's someone else's. Is that what you were saying?
It depends where on the back, and I get the information for me comes in different.
Yeah, she said
Really,
yes,
yeah.
definitely shoulders area for sure. That's brilliant. You're brilliant at this. Brilliant.
Thank you.
Okay, no, fantastic. Okay, right. I think it's come up to the time. I'm just going to see if everyone is ready out there. Let's just have a little look at this. And yeah, I think we are going to do some of this and then we're going to get on with the next bit. Right, okay, guys. Yep. Here we go. We're off. And we're going to start doing some readings now. Okay, so first of all here, we have Sonia. Sonia comes up here. She says the colour pink and she'd like to look into a love reading. And whilst you're working, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to work on a spiritual side. We look in love. I'll be looking at the cards. And I think, Midia, you're also going to be looking body-wise and what the body's saying about love too. This is brilliant.
Yes.
Okay. Go for it. So I'll start. You just tell me when you're ready, but I'll start anyway. Okay, Sonia. Now, pink is a lovely colour when it comes to love, anyway. And but it's also very protective. It's very protective. It's also about security. So it's you looking at security at this present time, where you're feeling secure in yourself. And it's interesting here because as I'm talking, there's this nice gentleman who wants to join me. And as he's talking to me, he's got very dark hair, very black hair. He's a very friendly guy because he's almost like stepping into me as he's working here. And what he wants to say to you here is, he's saying to me here, he says here, now, would you understand if I said the value of your worth? Now, I'm stepping on things here because I get the feeling I'm not on eggshells, but I feel I'm stepping on things here to say to you, would you understand if I said to you, do not narrow your field thinking here, oh, I need someone who's like that. And really, you need someone who's maybe quite extraordinary in some respects. Now, I'm picking up here, they're saying to me here, would you understand here that there's this independent side to you, that you love your bit of space, and that sometimes here, even at this moment of time, and they talk about love, is like, where do I go? Which way do I go here? This guy sent me here, just slow down a bit, just slow down, because there's news coming to do with love, all right, and it's going to be on your way, and I think you'll quite enjoy this, and I think you have a wonderful time. In fact, if I'm looking at a particular guy around you, no, there's more than one guy. Sorry. There's more than one guy. Sorry. He's telling me here. And he's also saying to me here, he says here, this is the thing you'll realise here. It's almost like foot in mouth disease. But he's saying here to you, thinking, hang on a minute, maybe I'm doing a little bit too much. So, or rushing too quickly. You don't need to, because you'll find what you're looking for with time, and that will come to you. Anything you'd like to say there so far?
Yeah, it happens so that I know Sonia personally, and I've mentioned this before to her, and it's coming on again right now. It's all in the neck. It's all in the expression and how you put yourself out there, how you set your boundaries.
Yep.
And when the partner comes, you're gonna know. I can feel it in my third eye area. You will know.
I think so too. And also what it's saying around here is that you've got a lot of changes coming up work-wise. So although we're looking at relationships, you're going to be a busy woman. So you're thinking, here, I ain't got time. And also you're moving on from an old relationship anyway. So it's all a bit like, whoa, it's a bit mad. But you're gaining independence and strength. And that's about the pink. And we all think pink's about falling madly in love. Well, yes, it has that. But it also has an independent side, protective side to it. And that's why I felt very strong it was there. Okay, good. Right, how's that? Happy? Good. So, Sonia, have a great evening. Okay, let's go and have a little look here to Lisa H. White. Well, this is a nice long name. Can you tell me anything about my future, please? Sorry, Lisa H. Colour White. Beg your pardon. Sorry, the producer's going to go nuts at me. Say, can I not make this any clearer? Right, Lisa H. on Colour White. Now, right, lady. In fact, two ladies here. Two ladies wanted to come through here. And one of them here, you got the L to start with your name. This lady's name starts with S. And then she's just coming through to confirm she starts with an S. And would you understand a washing machine or tumble dryer that's gone boom? Sorry, but that's what she wants to say here. Or you've got to watch it. You've got to watch one. But she's telling me here about white domestic goods. Just gone, yes, not going particularly well. So I'm not trying to tell you the most boring things going that you've got to go and get a new one of these, but they just tell me what they want to tell me. Anyway, I've got here a fabulous man who's looking straight at me. He's got a big A to do with his name, and he's been on the other side for a little while. He shows me symbolically, metaphorically here, a hill, but the hill is in front of me, and this is the journey you're on. You can't see over the hill yet. So in other words here, they're not showing you. They're not showing you here because in some respects, what you've got coming in front of you is a lot better than what you know. But sometimes here, we need to be sort of guided rather than you thinking, knowing exactly where you've got to go. They're guiding you. And this man is super happy. He's like a father-grandfather figure here. He's so strong. This guy's right smack in front of me here. And he wasn't a big bloke. He was quite slim. And he tells me here that he sends loads of love to you. He had his own teeth, though, but his teeth weren't brilliant. He's showing me his big smile on his face and super happy. wanting you to come on now, pick yourself up. You've got to get yourself going forwards. There's a hill, climb a hill, over the other side. You're in a far better place here. So don't ignore the hill. Don't think here you've got to not work hard at whatever you've got to do. You'll be fine. You're fine. Would you like to say anything at all?
Yes. What I immediately picked up for Lisa is solar plexus energy, so somewhere around the area of the stomach. And how this translates to me is that, Lisa, I can feel that there is a fear related to how you express your power. You might often express it with anger, but there is also a part of you that can express it with a lot of love. And if expressed and accessed that way, you can do wonders. That's the feeling.
Okay. Lisa, believe in the power of you. You're strong. You've got more friends than what you know. And you're coming up to more adventurous, more exciting times. And but yeah, I agree with you. It's a power of the self, believing in the self. You've got enough good stuff coming up here. And you may be worried about another woman out there. You may be worried about a woman's health somewhere. And as well. But right, Lisa, this is good fun, this is. Right, okay, let's come down to Venetia. She says, can you yellow general reading, please? Yellow general reading. Venetia. I know you're telling us about problems to do with your spine and your hip. Would you understand, though, about music and dance? Although those areas are a bit locked, I'm picking up music, dance, like the need to just feel the freedom to be able to look at, rather than being too industrious, is to become more creative. And as I'm talking here, I want to talk to a lady who was not your mother. Not your mother, don't think she's your grandmother, but she goes to the side. So I'd like to talk to a lady here who was an aunt. And she's here. She says she was as grumpy as anything, she says here. She's telling me it. She was a nightmare. It's a nightmare. But she's coming through here and she says to me, to say to you, she wasn't old when she passed. She didn't listen to advice of health. And she's saying to me here to say to you to do listen to people, but you're this is a dancing now. No, I understand this. You're holding back on something. You're holding yourself back on things that you either need to do, need to say, or need to clear. And she's saying here, just get on with this. You'll annoy yourself if you just keep holding yourself back. It's stuff you've got to clear in yourself. Now, okay, this sounds a bit open there, but if I narrow this down here to where she wants to say, it's stuff you've got to say, it's stuff you're scared of, it's stuff that you need to be able to say, to clear, to get people to understand you. That's what they're saying to me here. Yes, how's that?
Yeah, I'm also picking up the lady, the grumpy one.
The grumpy one.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah. What I'm feeling is like she's saying, don't let your past define you.
Yep.
And allow your body to move. Movement will unlock the pain.
Okay, that sounds good. There's a movement, unlock the pain. I think that's part of the dancing. That's part of the dancing. You're moving around. Yeah. But don't hold yourself back. It's clearing that energy.
And I would say something related to the hips or something that's really moving the hips.
Really moving the hip. Okay. Right, brilliant, lovely. Okay, let's go down and have a look at Effie. Effie's here. Effie says green. General reading, please. Effie, right, Effie. Now this is, I immediately pick up here, I want to laugh. I want to laugh at Effie because I just get a sense of humour. So you know Effie?
Yes, I do.
Okay, would you understand about the sense of humour with Effie?
Yes.
Yes, I just want to laugh. That's all I want to do is laugh.
A very special kind sense of humor. So.
Yes. Now, would you understand here? You could, this guy, okay, because I pick up a few Effie. There's loads and loads and loads of spirits around you, and it's like you're going, yes, I know. Yes, I know. But this is where we're going. But the moment someone says, let's start talking to them, you're going, no thanks. It's really funny. But they're there around you. You've got a very strong spiritual side yourself. And would you understand it? This is brilliant. I got a man here who's, I just see his he's more on your father's side than your mother's side. This man here, and he's cracking a whip. Would you understand the need to take more power or take control? He's like, whoosh, It's like, come on now, you've got to crack the whip. Show your strength. Show your strength. Come forwards here. And would you understand here? There's something about you've got to go and travel abroad somewhere. You've got to go away somewhere. He's telling me here to sort something out. He says, if you do it, it'll all be good. And he shows me a new car. He shows me money, but you're there going, what do you mean all this? He's like laughing his head off, going, what do you mean a new car? What do you mean all this is going to cost me so much money? No, it won't. No, it won't. No, it won't. Not at all. And he's saying to me here, he says, it's like you're on the waterline. He says, but above the waterline, yes, everything is fine, people. Below the waterline, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. But he says to me here, you have a terrific sense of humour. And they're telling me here, people like you, like your company a great deal. And they're killing themselves laughing. They love you, absolutely love you. And I think you're a magnet in life. Yeah. Anything you'd like to say?
Yes, Effie's an amazing person. What I'm picking up is that I can feel the need to communicate with the ones that have passed, but they are holding back from allowing the communication to happen because some decisions you need to take by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless, they are here to support you through that.
Yes. Effie, if you're thinking about doing a job by yourself, self-employed, making decisions to go and do this, go and do it. Yeah. Go and do it. But this is the whip.
Wait.
Like, don't hold yourself back. Why are you putting yourself back for? Because in 5 years' time, you'll look back and say, why didn't I just get on with it? That's their energy here. Now, what you mustn't do is get too carried away with too much fun. No, you're definitely getting carried away with too much, oh, for goodness sake. No, Effie, you're no wonder you'll get yourself in problems. No, your skill set is huge. Apply yourself, get on with it, Effie, and you'll have a great time. How's that? Right. Okay, let's go and move down from Effie. Good. Effie, we're now going to come down to right. Okay, just looking here where we go for the excellent. Right. Okay, let's go just coming back up. Just missed the. Here we go. Olia. Oh, sorry. She's put something in. So I didn't see it. Oh, there she is. Yes.
I think it was job related.
I did see something there. Sorry, I just passed it accidentally. Oh, there it is. Yes. Job read, please. Job read, please. Okay, let's have a look at this. Now, job read, please. Now, would you understand, first of all, if I say to you here that, now, here's, your name's Olia, I think, isn't it? Yes, Olia. Now, Olia, what I'd like to say here, first of all, would you understand here that it's not that you're unhappy with your job, it's you're unhappy with yourself. Would you understand if I said to you that you have got a huge personality, huge character, and huge ability, but you're setting yourself below the bar? You're setting yourself low. Would you understand if I said to you here, you've got to set yourself out there, and whatever barriers, this is really interesting, whatever barriers you think are limiting you, I'm going to terrify you and tell you they're not yours. They're other people's. Other people, whatever they're saying, other people, wherever their opinions are, we're listening too much to other people. You have got the energy to just lift and go up in your life and be amazing, amazing. So it's not about the job, because if we just function on job, we're not focusing on the self. We need to focus on ourselves here. There's this lovely lady who's talking through me, giving this information to say to you here. She says here, she passed away in her sleep. She passed away in her sleep, but she says here that she loves you, and she gives me, she was very much about herbal remedies or garlic. Put her to, yes, and I'm surprised no one went to see her. She was too much garlic. But anyway, she's here. She just wants to send a load of love to you. But there's also a little dog. There's a little dog on the other side as well. Yes. Okay, there you go. Okay, what would you like to say?
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot of support from a male guide, and I can also feel a very cloudy mind, other people's voices. I totally agree what you said before. A very cloudy mind, and Oliam, you use the water to clear your mind. Use the water to clear your head. Not
Yeah.
just the seawater. When you get under the shower, allow the water. Use your intention to help you clear your thoughts and your mind.
Other people's opinions, they're nice, but they're just opinions. They're not the truth. You know the truth. You know the truth here. And you're going to let go of the past. And I pick up here, you need to start learning, come into your own power, and you're just going to whiz. That's what I say here. Brilliant. So get yourself out there, Olia, and your thumbnail looks very nice, very friendly looking character. So yes. Okie dokie. Let's okay. Sonia says, thank you guys, it all resonates. You're very welcome. Olia says, thank you. And let's go read. Lisa just done a reading for you. Let's go to Panay. Okay.
Panayota.
Thank you very much. Panigota. Thank you very much. Panigota. General reading, please. Let's have a look here.
I'm actually feeling something, if that's all right.
Okay, you go for it straight away.
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot of stress in the shoulder and general neck area. There's a lot of things that you're not wanting to see. It's there in front of you, but you're not wanting to see them. There's actually a lot of support for you from the spirit world, and you just need to say yes and just do it. That's it. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. There's a lovely man here for you, Peniota. There's a lovely man here, and he says to me here, I'll just give you a bit of description about him. He fought to the very end, he says here, before he passed away. And I say he fought because he wanted to stay. And then really he says here he should have given up and gone earlier to pass on the other side. And he's also saying to me here, he shows me his sticks and he shows me his almost inability to walk. But he was so determined, this man. He was so strong in his willful mind here. And he's looking at you and he's saying to you here, it's almost like he's shrugging his shoulders. And he's saying, why? Why are you not being who you really want to go and be? And I'm also picking up here, would you understand here that emotionally on mother's side and also relationship side, things have sort of gone oof and just pulled you down a little bit? Now, would you understand here, sometimes to be in your own power is the heavenly place to be, And yes, that's what I pick up, is a heavenly place to be in yourself. That's the right place, because everything else is everything else. And I think here you've got enormous ability in your life to go and do incredible things and go and do them. You've got a great imagination, but you're limiting yourself. Thank you. You're limiting yourself logically when you should be more inspiration, creative, and thinking up here. That's where the life is. I pick up here. So
the moment you mentioned the man with the stick, I could feel the lots of pain in my legs, like immobilizing pain. And Panayota, it feels like you're doing the same to yourself. Like
yes.
You're refusing to do what you should be doing.
Yes, absolutely. That's what I pick up here. Right, where are we going here? Gabriella, please, what we got to do is I'll get you to ask a question, but not about past life. We could do about past, but it's not a past life show. If you could ask a question, Gabriella, to do with give us a colour and something to do about this life, that'd be great. Otherwise we're going into, hang on a minute, let's do this super deep meditation to go deep into past life. But actually, yes, I do. Actually, I've got to tell you this, actually. Now you come up here. Sorry, you're jumping the queue, jumped ahead. But I've got to tell you this, actually. Would you understand if I said to you, you've got a huge thing about persecution? Massive thing here. Would you understand here? Because it's interesting, you've just popped up here. You've just gone in general reading and blue. Yes. Now, what I'd like to say to you here, there is a massive thing about persecution. And this feel here, needing justice in this life now. Because I feel here this is where you're going, and also this is also about you not listening to it's riding above the persecution to find the love, not the hate of persecution, but to find the love of where it's working in you. Then you're going to feel good. I am also picking up here, would you understand relationships, quite possibly a father, were quite difficult or challenging? This is resonating from a previous life, so I can pick up this. So my thing about you here is to find the love, to find the harmony that resonates through your heart chakra rather than through working with your head, and your energy in front of you will just be amazing.
I'm actually picking up betrayal from a father figure in
Yeah.
a past life.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
having to do with the persecution feelings as well, which I'm feeling in the general chest area, just under my clavicles. I
Yes.
wouldn't be surprised if Gabriella is walking a bit hunched, if her shoulders are trying to protect her shoulders, her chest, yeah, her heart area.
Yes. Yeah.
Just breathe. That's what I'm picking up. Use your breath to expand your chest,
Yeah.
and allow yourself to feel trust in this lifetime. Wow, this was the message. Trust this lifetime.
Okay. Trust this life. I agree with you completely. Right. Okay. All right. Let's go to. Let's go and. Okay, Taz, you put here any gaps, and I would love one. What's it on? No problems if not. Aqua. Right, we've got aqua. All right, let's just. Yes, let's go with that. Aqua. So aqua being a watercolor, and let's have a look here. Aqua. First of all, I would just like to say here that would you understand here? You're coming more into being the presenter. It's almost like dun 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 dun, and then you've got to come on stage and like go, "Hi guys, I'm here." It's almost like being the presenter. Would you also? Because there's two guys here. One is a very smart-looking big guy, just saying, "Hey, he's barging in. He's barging. I'm here." This guy's like bounding in, and this guy also wants to tell me here. He says here, this is. He also wants to show me travel around you. You're not staying where you are. He wants to give me this. You're going away, but you're going away for a good reason, he tells me here. And he also wants to say to me here, he says here, there'd be a dip in money, but then money comes back up again. There'd be this dump, and then it comes back up again. That's what he wants to say here. And that's where I'd like to go. So, yes. Pass over to you. What would you like to say?
I'm feeling like I'm getting the sense that Gabriela, Taz, you're gonna be propelled forward to some place other. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be big. And what I also feel is like you should be doing things to prepare your body for that as well.
Yes. Get ready. Yes, and I think that's about strength, isn't it? Body strength. I agree with you.
I'm getting running actually. If you can start running.
Okay.
So the legs can follow the hip movement forward.
Yes, my neighbour next door says he's getting fit. He says he's running the bath now. Sorry, it's terrible. Right, okay. Yes, you're going to do well with money. You'll do well with money here. There's going to be a lot of spending though. But and be careful you're not overtaxing yourself, which is like saying, I've got no time for these, because it's just going to get busy. So you've got to function, you've got to manage your time. Now, Pisces people are brilliant at managing time. That's one of the many good things of their talent. So it's working there. Right, okay, let's go and have a look here. I think we've got to go to Regina. Let's go and have a look at Regina. If I popped missed a couple, don't worry. No, Regina's next one. That's right. Right, Regina, colour purple, general reading, please. Regina, as I'm talking here, it's interesting. I want to talk about wine. I want to talk about spirits. I want to talk about as in spirits, as in drink spirits, because I have this little lady here who's bounding around in front of me, and she's quite funny, but she's like drunk. Because that's what she was in life, and she's just floating away. But she's not drunk when she passed the message. She just showed me what she's like here. Regina, what I like to say here, I've got this lovely lady here. She says to me, that would you understand the apple of the father's eye? The apple of father's eye, she says here first of all. She also wants to say here that the men, may tend to get on better with men than you do with women, because something about the masculine side of your nature really attracts men as friends, as much as partners, things like this. And Regina as well. Would you also understand it? But there's a three there's a tuning fork in front of you, but I get the feeling this is 3 directions. You've got a choice of 3 directions. This lady is telling me here, and you've got to look quite carefully, quite slowly about what you're doing, and really go and really think, feel about what's right for you, because you've got this choice. Now the choice here, each choice is quite different in direction, in where you're going, but they just say to me, take your time, you'll find the right one, and you'll be on your way, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine here. That's what I'd like to say. What would you like to say to Regina?
I'm feeling a massive heart, and I'm also picking up the number 3.
Okay.
And yeah, like you said, take time and make sure that you're not just seeing it logically, but how you're feeling about each of the 3 options that you have in front of you, and make sure that you fully express yourself about all 3 of them. Don't get hung on just one of them, and because it sounds more because it sounds better, make sure that you express yourself for all 3 of them, because before deciding which one you're going to follow.
Okay. Alrighty, brilliant. Right, thank you very much, Regina. Hopefully that helps you. Now, Stefanos, who's I don't know what actually I do get a sneaky hint what he. So I know you're giggling your head off here. He says gold. Surprise me. Okay. Surprise me. You're on live. You're on YouTube. You're going around the world, Stefanos. We can tell everybody all about you. Right. Okay, Stefanos. What I'd like to say first of all here. Would you understand about teaching, learning? Would you understand here you're the teacher or you're the learner, or you're doing both? Do both here. That's what I'd like to say first of all. Have this lovely lady who comes over to me here. Would you understand here you didn't take to cooking or doing things like this, or you started to do it, then you gave up altogether, you think this is not for me, but then all of a sudden you're coming back into it again. Like you're saying, you start cooking now, thinking, okay, this is, I started doing this. I cooked a lovely curry for my wife, and since then she said, you're never cooking again. I need to blow her head off. Anyway, so, Stefanos, this is what I'd like to say here. Would you understand here too that physically you're going through a restrictive time? Like, why can I not reach like a peak performance? Why can't I not reach and go do what I want to go and do? And it's purely because your body is just saying here, rest a bit. I'm taking over your job here, and the one doing this side of it, just say rest a bit. But later on, the energy comes back and you do very well. And there's something about gold. I know you see up in the colour gold here, but gold's going to be on you. Gold's going to be on you. You're going to be a very happy man. Yes, very happy man. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I totally agree about allowing his body some time off, and it will pick up again. I'm feeling some pain in the lower right area around the pelvis.
Okay.
Just give it time. Nothing serious. Just give it time and make sure that you express yourself creatively while you do.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay, there we go. How's that? Right. Let's go to, in fact, just before we go there, let's go Stefanos here to the cards, see what they're saying, and then where we go to now. Let's do this pack here, and your cards here are saying so. Right. Okay. You're not going to make women happy by having arguments with them. Yeah, it's not going to work. It's not work, buddy. These cards here say here that you're trying everything, but sometimes we try too hard. I also understand why sometimes here that you're pushing yourself too much. You're trying to keep everyone happy, try and keep everyone in the right direction. Your cards is saying just chill out, just wind it down, and you'll be fine. He says true story. It says true story. Yes, and they all lived happily ever after. Let's go. Okay, Blue. Mark Coates. He wants a love reading, please. Mark, let's go and help you out here. So, do you know Mark as well?
Very briefly.
Very briefly.
Yeah.
That sounds ominous. Okay.
I can feel his heart, though. I can feel a huge heart.
No wonder he's gone for a love reading.
Such a word.
Right. Blue, love reading here. Now, would you understand here? This is interesting, Mark, because this is just a time period. But would you understand here about almost like feeling here a self-worth thing. Self-worth, like feeling about yourself. So then we talk about love. Would you understand if I come away from love of other people and go into love of yourself? Would you understand the need to work on this? And would you understand the emotional vulnerability that comes through your digestive system? And I'm doing your job again. This is, anyway, it's in the digestive system. And I'm picking up here that this is the energy here that just needs healing to the feminine side of your character, to sometimes here to forgive yourself, to stop blaming yourself, and to give yourself an easier time. Start loving yourself more. Then your love relationships will become a lot easier. That's what I pick up here. What would you like to say?
I'm picking up a big heart, and I would say what you're looking to give to another, give to yourself, and allow your own masculine side to hug your feminine, and don't punish your masculine side so much for what it's been through. I can feel the pain on the right side of your body. Allow it to relax and to just love the whole of you.
Yes. Yes, because what you're doing is you're trying to make decisions, but you're not.
And don't overthink.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of noise.
Yes. Oh my goodness me. Oh, you're a nightmare, Mark. You're a big nightmare, man. And because I feel here you're burning yourself up, going in all different directions. This is just about whoa. Slow oneself down, and that's where we're going to find things a bit easier. Now, okay, we just got we've got a few minutes left here. Just have a look here. Let's go to Taz says thank you very much. A lot of people said thank you very much, and let's go and have a look at Eleni. Eleni's come up here. She says she wants to. Oh, sorry, just missed the. Okay, purple general reading, please. General reading, not a major, not a captain, but a general. Okay, right, let's have a look here. General reading. Now, if I say to you, it's interesting to talk about Cyprus because this is the country that Eleni would like to come to go and live. So I think here you've got to send a big fishing line whoosh, straight over to England to pick up Eleni and say, come on, Eleni, come on over. And my message to you here is purple is the karma. For you, it's the karma. It's get yourself over there. That's what I say.
Eleni, I'm feeling it in the throat,
Yes.
And I feel it has to do with the way that it's almost like you're afraid to express yourself. That if you express yourself, it's like you're giving the weight on your shoulders away. You're not. You're just sharing.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's gonna help you.
Absolutely, and I think here that's a huge thing there. I think that's the big thing. Yes, it's interesting we picked up that because only I know that we've been talking to you about this over the past year. But warm wishes to you, lovely wishes to you. Okay, right now we're just coming out to the end, but I just want to say here this has been absolutely awesome having you on the show. And guys, do you not think here that we need to have Midia back on because you're I love your style of reading and I think it's amazing. It's beautiful.
Well, come on, people.
Yeah, I know there's loads of people want readings, but unfortunately we got to the end. They'll all say yes. In fact, I think I'm just answering. Yeah, we need you back on. Come on now. What do you think for Cyprus, guys? What do you think of Cyprus? Do you think we need Midia back? Yeah, there you go. We want you back. Yes, there you go. How's that? For the UK, what do you think? Yeah. They want you back. Yes, we want Midia back, says Effie. That's brilliant. Good. Well, we're going to have you back there. Unfortunately, we come to the end of the show. Stefano says yes. So does Sonia. So does everyone else. That's fabulous. So much, that's fabulous. That's brilliant. Okay, so we're Cafe Clairvoyance. If you enjoyed the show, if you had a reading tonight, guys, all of you are coming back here. Come back here to say this is wonderful. You enjoyed the reading tonight. Please like the Cafe Clairvoyance page that you're on there on Facebook, or if you're on YouTube, just subscribe to the channel. That would be great because then you're always going to get readings from us. I'm actually joined. I'm going to come on to my next guy who's coming on. He's actually from Germany in just a moment. But we'd like to get Midia back on again. We'll give this a couple of months. And everybody's saying here, definitely. People are saying, yes, please. And nobody's going mad. So
We have to give you some more time to learn my surname.
I knew there's going to be a reason why, and that's it. Good. I knew there's going to be a reason. But I think your style of reading has been absolutely fabulous. It's been such a pleasure. You've got such a lovely energy to work with. And yes, that'd be awesome. So we'll get you back on. I'm actually going to be joined on Tuesday morning next week. Tuesday morning, I'm going to be joined by a fabulous guy. He's amazing. His name's Sammy Hammy. He's been on the show before. Anybody else is not doing anything on Tuesday morning, watch the show, because this guy is going to play music to your reading. Wow. He's going to play music. So you're going to get your very own special tune, because this guy is a composer, and some of the stuff he's done here has been on television, on theatre. He's also done stuff for Eurovision, which Cyprus, by the way, always gives the UK 0 points. Why? What have we done? And also to say, yes, he's going to come along and join us. And guys, like the page, join the Cafe Clairvoyance group if you're to all things spiritual. We'd love to see you. But so he's going to join me on Tuesday morning, 11 o'clock Spain time. I believe that's going to be midday for Cyprus, or if it's UK, that'd be 10 o'clock in the morning. But Sammy Hammy's going to come on, and he's going to play music for your reading. So everybody's going to get their own piece. And he's an amazing guy, really funny, really down to earth, and he just has been in hysterics. So yes, that'd be good. And on Sunday evening, I'm actually on Instagram Live at Cafe Clairvoyance, and I'm doing a show on my little Jackie Jones. And yes, it says here 28th of the 2nd, just doing all that. But basically, I'm doing on Instagram, I'm doing a show there by myself on Instagram. So come and join me. If you want a little reading there, boys do. And if Midia's around, Midia?
Yeah, I might join. Why not?
You might join me. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. In the meantime,
I
guys.
Join to interrupt a bit.
Yeah, she keeps interrupting me. But dear, oh dear, why did I do this? Why did I set myself up for this? Anyway, it's been a fabulous evening. Thank you so much for joining us. And guys, have a lovely evening. Great weekend. Those love to you. There's a heart and a burger. Burger.
Veggie burger.
Veggie burger. That's right. Vegan burger or veggie burger. One of the two. Take care, guys. Loads of love to you. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.